Hello everyone, it's John Stanley. In this short video, I hope to just simply communicate a bit about this Catholic donor briefing that's planned for July 25th in Dallas. First, a thanks to each one of you individually. To start with Brad. Boy, Brad, this deal you did this summer or this winter at Keswick for the Ridge Foundation was so inspiring to me. Thanks for giving me, encouraging me to follow through on this donor briefing idea. Thanks to you, Robbie, for saying yes. You said yes before the paint was dry on this idea, and that gave me a ton of confidence to move forward and to recognize that God might very well have something in store for us here. Helen, your family law perspective is important for the laity to hear, I think. Thank you for saying yes to joining us on the panel. One of the goals here is to get the laity turned on, and if we can get the laity who are in the legal profession turned on to using their power and influence, I think that would be long-term very helpful. Scott, I know this briefing is only penciled in your calendar. I hope we can get it in ink soon. Let me tell you why it's important for you to put it in ink on your calendar. Your perspective as an entrepreneur and as a man of faith and as a non-Catholic is very important. You know that as Catholics get this National Pastoral Initiative on Marriage successfully executed, that will give everyone else, every other denomination, a ton of confidence that they can do it too. Jim Daly has already agreed to come, which is a real win for us from Focus on the Family. He's searching now for a Catholic donor to bring as a guest. He knows that if Catholics get this done, that'll give everyone more confidence in the nation. So we're really hoping that you can put this in ink on your calendar, Scott. Finally, Laurie, the example you're setting in Rockford of what can be done in parishes and dioceses, 120 parishes in the Rockford Diocese. You as a model is just going to be so inspiring to the donors that come. So thanks to all of you. Just a reminder now, the goal is to get Catholic donors in the room to hear an update on the National Pastoral Initiative on Marriage. This is a 4-year-old initiative. It's been had some energy, quite a bit of energy in the last 24 months. We've got some success stories to tell around Laurie and others. So my goal is to inform and inspire and then equip donors to go back home and do what they can do using their power, influence, and capital to help their bishops and their family life directors fulfill the National Pastoral Initiative on Marriage. That's the goal. Bishops and family life directors cannot do it without the three things I'm not afraid to talk about, that is power, influence, and capital. So, who's going to be in the room? The goal is to have 25 people. All of these donors are completely hidden in plain sight. We really don't know where these donors are. I know 25 or 30 that I've invited and will continue to encourage to come, but I really need your help in identifying and inviting folks. Here are a few people on the team that are kind of helping stir the Catholic interest, stir up some Catholic interest in this for this briefing. Andy from the USCCB is on board. Nick from the JP2 Center. David Blankenhorn, not a Catholic, but certainly on board with this, and I think he's going to be at the conference all day that day for another meeting around the Catholic Family Life Conference. Maggie Gallagher has offered her support. Conspicuously absent are the Knights of Columbus. Man, I've just had roadblock after roadblock to Carl Anderson or any one of his senior lieutenants. I just think we really need their influence and capital to see that this is done in dioceses across the country. Mike, Alicia, and Dan from the Bradley Foundation know of the event, and I've got a great relationship with them. They haven't committed to come, nor have they committed to invite anyone, but I'm confident that they're going to be supportive in whatever way fits their role at the Bradley Foundation. Now then, co-hosts, there are 3. Bishop Rosses is kind of the lead host. He is the USCCB advocate for the Catholic Family Life Ministers. He was on the committee that wrote the initiative and the bishop's letter. He's from Chicago. John and Jamie Stanley are hosting, along with Bishop Rassis, our Modest Families Foundation. Not Family Foundation, this is my family's foundation. I want to be clear on that. Are sponsoring this, that is paying for it. We will be anonymous in this and not receive any recognition, and that's just not necessary. So John and Jamie Stanley are kind of a co-host with Bishop Rassis, and Jim Coffey from the Papal Foundation has agreed to come and invite others, other Catholics that he knows. Jim is on his way to the Napa Institute that day, and will stop by Dallas and participate with us and help us fill the room. So, where will this take place? Take place at the Hyatt. There are 2 Hyatt hotels on the Dallas airport grounds. This is the smaller venue of the 2, but very, very nice. We're going to start with Mass at 5, reception from 6 to 6:30, a buffet dinner, about an hour for the panel while people are eating, about a half an hour of Q&A. Bishop Rassis will provide bookend comments at the beginning and at the end. I need to know from you what you need or what you want in the room in terms of AV equipment. If you have publications you want to share with donors, that certainly is, we want to encourage that. Let me go through the topics that I'd like for you to address, and then we can talk more about that offline. Brad, we've got you addressing the state of our Catholic unions. That's my title. Robbie, addressing the role of private foundations in defending and strengthening marriage and family. I'm thinking with you being a board member at the Bradley Foundation and with your insights through the university and through all of your work, you could have a compelling talk about that and engage the donors in the room in that way. Helen, proposing a role for family lawyers. What can family lawyers within a parish, within a diocese, take to help fulfill this pastoral initiative? That's my idea. Lori, you'll be reporting on how a diocese can become a marriage-building church. And Scott, we'd love for you to address the role of social entrepreneurs in fulfilling this initiative, and as a non-Catholic, how important it is for the Catholic Church to get this right. I'm going to serve as a facilitator. Each of you will have about 10 minutes to make comments, but we'll be actively engaged in the dialogue. We've sent out the save the date. You have the save the date attached to this email, and I would encourage you to do whatever you can to spread the news. I'd be happy to take this work of getting people here off your desk, and here's a way we could do it. If you had, say, 10 Catholic donors in your network that you thought might be interested in this, if you would send an email to them inviting them with the save the date and copying me, I'd be happy to do the work of following up with them in a very appropriate, tasteful ways to see that they felt welcome. If you don't want to do that, you want to handle it yourself, I completely understand. You can handle it yourself, but I'm happy to take the work of getting people there off your desk if you trust us with that. We'll be sending out an invitation 12 weeks in advance, and we'd like to send your research piece on date night, or spending time together, Brad, with that. We'll be sending it out again 8 weeks ahead of time, and with another little teaser, and then 6 weeks ahead of time as well. So we're going to send little teasers and little content along with all those invitations. Okay, so here's a conclusion of this little video now. If you have comments, questions about this, I'm sure I've raised some questions in this little communique. Please email me and we can have some offline conversations. Any travel arrangements that you need help with, let us know. And I think we'll sign off for now. Thanks very much.